Hello, I'm back, the greatest villain expert, Charles Finch. How you all doing? Good? 'Cause here's another supervillain to destruct your home. And by destruct, I mean destroy. Metro City. Which, by the way, is being controlled by the anti-hero slash supervillain Megamind, who is now a hero now. That's why I'm going to show you his nemesis, villain number 44, Titan. Yep, that's him. So, let's get into this. Hal Stewart, later going by the name Titan, is the supporting character turned main antagonist in DreamWorks' 21st full-length animated feature film, Megamind. He is the former nerdy and shy cameraman of Roxanne Ritchie, who later became a vengeful, traitorous, and destructive supervillain. As he was hit by the serum by Megamind, he was introduced as simply by Roxanne Ritchie's nerdy cameraman, Hal. He clearly has a crush on her, but his attempts at flirting with Roxanne only makes her very uncomfortable, while Roxanne is snooping around the headquarters of the film's protagonist, the supervillain known as Megamind. Hal accidentally gets hit by Megamind's serum, by the way is Metro Man's DNA, which gave him the powers of the seemingly deceased superhero Metro Man, like I said. Megamind, who was planning on creating a new superhero to face after feeling isolated from his victory against Metro Man, tracks down Hal to his apartment building and manipulates him by taking on the guise of his space dad. Megamind attempts to train Hal into a hero, but unknown to Megamind, Hal is not as noble or just as Metro Man. Yeah, he's not very noble at all. As he was training Hal, who Megamind, by the way, disguised as his space dad, he's just completely hopeless. So, however, Megamind believes that Hal is ready and gives him a red and white suit and the name Titan, which Hal misinterprets as Titan. The first thing Titan does is kidnap Roxanne under the pretense of rescuing her, dropping her several times only to catch her again. Hal then reveals his identity to Roxanne, but gets rejected by for his recklessness, causing him to fly away in anger. Roxanne then continues on dating Bernard, who is actually Megamind in disguise, much to Hal's disappointment and anger. So, believing that being a hero means to get the girl for himself, rather than fighting for the greater good, Hal decides he is better off being a villain, and goes on an unseen crime spree. After leaving Megamind waiting for several hours, Titan meets the villain in his home. he reveals his true intentions to Megamind, that he only took the hero gig to get the girl, which reveals to be Roxanne. However, Titan told him that Roxanne rejected him for his actions, which led him to turn evil, and offers a partnership with Megamind, with him and his muscular brawn, and as the brain with glasses. Horrified and outraged that his hero turned out to be a selfish person, Megamind refuses to, and instead goads him into a fight by revealing that he gave Titan the powers and his identity and manipulations as Space Dad and Bernard. As planned, Titan battles Megamind, but with much more rage and anger than Metro Man ever did. Megamind is quickly defeated and awaits to go to jail, but Titan refuses to turn him over to the police and instead tries to kill him, which doesn't change his decision as a villain. This battle had instead increased his anger, forcing Megamind to flee in terror. Megamind intends to recapture Titan by trapping him on a copper failsafe sphere after learning that copper to Metro Man's weakness. However, this fails, forcing Megamind to escape and leaving to find out that Metro Man is actually alive. He's actually alive. He faked his own death. So, having faked his death to retire, being a superhero and focus on a career in music, and as he felt tired battling Megamind, and that he never had a choice of what he wants to be in life, the townspeople initially congratulate Titan for freeing them from Megamind, but Titan responds that he is actually taken over as the new villain, and starts off by flicking the mayor off violently with his finger, much to everyone's shock. Without hesitation, Titan terrorizes Metro City by burning the name Titanville into the ground in colossal letters, causing more damage to the city than Megamind had ever done. As such, citizens attempt to evacuate the city to avoid getting into Titan's wrath. Feeling remorseful for letting this happen, Megamind turns himself back to prison, and Roxanne, having no more leads, attempts to take action by appealing to Titan's conscience. Unfortunately, Titan denies that he has any good in him, and acts purely out of spite from being rejected by her. Titan then kidnaps Roxanne and straps her to the radio tower where she rejected him, threatening her life if Megamind doesn't arrive to fight him. Yeah, he's one of the selfish villains I've ever seen. God. He is one of the worst villains I've known. And I gotta say, not the hero type either. He squandered it for his own personal gang, because he said being a hero is for losers, and he calls Megamind's disguise as Bernard an intellectual dweeb. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and say what you think of the video. If you've seen these villains when you were little, or when you've seen them before, then comment below. That's it. And this is Titan's catchphrase when he flicks the mayor with his finger. He says, "Oh, I won't say free, more like under new management."